This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU grad, March 28th. Pretty bloody session. Let's get right into this. We had 145 new highs on the NYSE versus 626 new lows. That's actually not as bad as the headline indices indicate. We had 19% advancing versus 78% declining today. 73% of stocks were below the 50-day and 68% were below the 200-day. The Dow closed down 715 points near the lows, or 1.6%. The NASDAQ closed down, get ready for this, 481 points, or 2.7%. So that weak follow-through day that happened on Monday, I mentioned to you all that was very weak, low volume, and I was suspicious of it. That follow-through day is negated. The S&P closed down 112 points, or almost 2%. All of the Mag 7 were red. Almost everything was red, but Microsoft was down 3%, Apple down 2.7%, Nvidia down 1.6%, Amazon was down 4.3%, Google was down 4.9%, Meta 4.2%, Tesla 3.5%. Looking at sector analysis, utilities were green, up 0.6% for the day. Every other sector was red. Communication services down 3.5%, consumer cyclical down 3.1%, tech was down 2.4%, industrials down 2%, financials down 1.9%, basic materials down 1.8%. For the week, consumer defensive was up the most, 1.2%. That tells you all you need to know. Toothpaste, cigarettes, soda, energy for the week was up 0.64. Real estate was up 0.25. Leading to the downside was tech for the week, down 3.8%. Communication services down 2.8%. Healthcare down 1.5%. Industrials down 1.2%. Basic materials down 1.2%. Bloodbath. One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it. That was Master Oogway from the movie Kung Fu Panda, one of my favorites. Over the weekend, I suspect some type of headline that will soften the tariff language. Because if we don't, I suspect more of the same next week. Bounces being sold and sell-offs to be very severe. Tuesday is also April Fool's Day, heading into Liberation Day here in the U.S., where tariffs are going to start going nuts. I do have a poll. With the 25% auto tariffs, do you still plan to buy a new car this year? Also, a reminder for paying subscribers, on episode number 404, I had listed on that podcast, when will stocks stop falling? And I listed specific signs and charts for what I'm watching right now. So take a look at that. So, outside of the crushing selling, what really, kicked this off was the PCE data this morning, where it had shown data that basically said inflation is sticky or rising. And basically the assumption is the Fed can't cut, they can't raise, because if you want to fight inflation, you have to raise it above the rate of inflation. So hypothetically, if inflation is 10%, the real one, not the one that the government is spewing at us, if the real inflation rate is 10%, the Fed funds rate has to be above that to slow down inflation. So with all the debt out there, the Fed can't raise above the real rate of inflation. So they're stuck. The other thing I wanted to note was my primary safety stock was green today, one of the only ones, and I'll cover that in the premium section. Profitable companies in the NASDAQ today was 0.0. But let's cover what was strong, what was weak. In the S&P, you had W.R. Berkeley up 7.4%, Welltower 2.2%, American Waterworks 2.2%, PPL Corp 2.1%, Bristol Myers Squibb 1.8%, Merck 1.8%. In the NASDAQ, AppLovin up 3.9%. I know there's a lot of news about short sellers by institutions. All of my paying subscribers are out of this. We made bank on AppLovin. I'm talking about entries at $40. I'm not touching this anymore. I've already...
We can't forget that this is just a small taste of the in-depth analysis that Not Your Advisor provides. They don't just throw numbers at you. They connect the dots, find those hidden trends, and help you understand what's driving the markets.
If you want the full picture, you got to check out the full Not Your Advisor episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to notyouradvisor.com.
And all their premium content. I mean, it's like having a direct line to what's really going on in the market.
It is. It really is. They cut through all the BS and give you the kind of info that you just won't find anywhere else.
Think about this. Investing is all about making decisions that work for you and your goals. You're the one in control.
Not Your Advisor can give you the map, but you choose where you want to go.
And with that empowering thought, we'll sign off. Happy investing.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.